It's very important to us to give all of our clients the correct information to make an informed decision on their purchase, whether they're interested in a ceramic coating or just a paint correction or a PPF or all three combined. It's very important to understand what you're spending your money on and what are your real needs in conjunction with financially what works in your budget and what vehicle we're working on. The only time that we would ever recommend paint protection film is going to be if you are working with an exotic vehicle, a high dollar vehicle, meaning a McLaren, Bugatti, Rolls-Royce, Bentley, etc. Simply because if you get a rock chip on one of those vehicles, it's going to be very costly for you to fill that in or to have the bumper repainted. When you have vehicles that are mass produced, whether you have an F450 dually limited, for instance, may cost you $120. It's going to be very expensive. But that same bumper that's on that vehicle is the same bumper that's going to be on a F250 XLT, for instance. So those parts are much cheaper to have repainted if you have some sort of issue. You can have we just did a Demon, a Challenger Demon. That same front bumper on that Challenger Demon is the same exact bumper on an SXT Challenger. So it's going to be much cheaper, much more affordable if you have that type of issue on your Challenger or a vehicle that's mass produced. Here's an example of damage on a paint protection film by a high velocity impact. Now, with that, you may think to yourself, oh man, that saved my bumper. Now my bumper is good, but this PPF is just damaged. Yes and no. Sometimes if something hits it hard enough, although our PPF is 7.5 mils, it can still damage the paint if it's large enough or it hits it strong enough. If it doesn't, that's great. That PPF did its job. It protected the actual bumper itself. But you're going to see the indentation in the PPF and it's going to look bad, right? So the only way to fix that would be to take off the PPF and reapply another PPF, right? So when that happens, you spend, if I'm working on this beautiful Escalade here and I'm doing this full frontal here, I would be at, because of the ridges, it's a really difficult bumper to work on, we'll be at about $1,200, right? And it's one piece. So if you have a damage here, it's not, okay, we're gonna replace this area. We're gonna replace that entire thing. So what we've seen throughout the years and why we don't push PPF anymore is clients who typically get PPF, they're really anal with their vehicle and they're expecting the PPF to save their paint, and it does save your paint. But when you have that type of damage as just explained, and you have to replace the PPF, that's another $1,200. Now, in a year from now, if it happens again, what if a year and a half from now it happens again and you can't live with it, you're replacing the PPF again, versus you getting 3 layers or 2 layers, whatever you can afford, of Max G Plus, and it's about 6 mils thick, which is 1.5 mils below the paint protection film, but it's going to do almost the same exact thing. That same damage that's going to penetrate that PPF, the coating should protect you against, right? It's not guaranteed, but it should protect you against. Both of my vehicles, my wife's vehicles, I go with System X Max G Plus, right? So that's the real benefit, is financially making an informed decision, making the correct decision. Now, does that mean that paint protection film is bad? No, paint protection film now, the technology is to the place where they really don't yellow. And a lot of them have a little bit of hydrophobic capabilities, not a coating, but just a little bit. So the technology has really improved also, but just ceramic. If this was PPF in 2015, this was ceramic coatings, PPF is here, ceramic coatings is here. I almost never recommend paint protection film unless you're someone and you have a Raptor and you're going to go off-roading and go into dunes, go to Colorado, you're going crazy with it. You get the paint protection film and it's going to look bad even then, because rocks are going to damage that paint protection film and it's going to be noticeable. So wanted to make this quick video because I've had an influx of individuals. We've had about 15 to 20 clients, I don't know the exact number, I have to look at it, who've inquired about paint protection film just this past month, and I've turned down them all, because getting that idea of what they're expecting versus reality, it's almost never that they need a paint protection film. They just have been programmed that that's necessary from other shops they've spoken with, simply because it is more profit. So any other shop that doesn't care about you, you're just a number to make profit on, they're going to push paint protection film down your throat. This was a short video, just wanted to touch on and give a brief demonstration, an example I should say, on why I don't recommend a paint protection film and I recommend a ceramic coating. This was off scripted, so I hope this video came out good. It is now 7:45 on Friday, so I got to get out of here. Anyway, this is Steven with Beyond Clean. If you have any questions, reach out 713-992-7897. You can reach me on Facebook, The Beyond Clean. You can reach me on Instagram, The Beyond Clean. Website is thebeyondclean.com. We are right here on Lake Conroe. Catch you in the next one. Peace.